Hey, my name's Ty, and this is why I stopped working at Amazon.
To not working at Amazon no more. All right, let's get straight into it, man. Y'all know why y'all clicked on this video, because y'all probably are either working at Amazon, or you guys are probably going into working at Amazon, or you guys are thinking about quitting Amazon. In this video, I'm gonna break it down, the pros, I'm gonna break down the cons, and there is a lot of cons, what it is to be a DSP driver for Amazon, all right? Okay, starting off with the pros. Things first pro of working for Amazon as a DSP driver, the obvious is no boss. You have no boss. So if you're working a desk job right now, if you're working in food, if you're working in retail, obviously you have to report to somebody and you have to make sure you're doing things in front of the boss when they're around, to make sure that they don't write you up, because you know how bosses are. Their entire job is to boss you around and make sure you're doing your job right. So the good thing about this job is you have no boss. You clock in, you pick up your packages, and you go on the route for 8 hours or 10 hours or 12 hours, however long it takes for you to finish your route. And then you come back to the warehouse, you drop off your totes, and you get to go home for the day. So it sounds amazing, right? Yeah, it is amazing for the first maybe 3 weeks while you're on your baby routes. We're gonna get more into that here in a little bit, but let's stay on track with the pros. The second pro is you get to listen to music, right? Slash podcast, people who don't listen to music. Really? I'm trying to make a video. Sorry, I'm doing laundry. Can listen to music on the job. So a lot of jobs obviously can't have AirPods in, can't listen to music when you're on the job. At Amazon, you can. You're driving trucks all day. All that they care about is that you deliver the packages and that you return back safely, and you don't try to get any type of errors while driving, such as, you know, not wearing your seatbelt and speeding, things like that. So they don't really care if you wear your AirPods. They don't care if you listen to music. As long as you can deliver, you're good. The third pro is it's a good workout. You're lifting up packages, boxes up to 50 pounds. You know, you're running from door to door. You're getting back into the truck. You're getting out the truck. You know, essentially, it's a pretty good workout. It's pretty good cardio. It's pretty good workout. Other than that, yeah, it's pretty much it. Yeah, so if you want to get a good workout and get paid for it, then by all means, sign up to be an Amazon DSP driver, because they need a lot of you guys. Fourth pro I want to say is that you can take your breaks honestly whenever. On the device that they give you to scan the packages, it says every like 2.5 hours to take a 15-minute break. Now, you don't have to go by that. You can take a break whenever you feel like taking a break. Honestly, most drivers don't even take a lunch. Most of them skip the lunch and they just eat like a sandwich on the go or in between stops. But essentially, if you wanted to take a break the first 10 minutes of your route, you can do so. As long as you're, like I said, as long as you're delivering the packages on time, they don't really care. You can take 20 breaks. If you're delivering the packages on time, it doesn't matter. But it's highly unlikely that you'll be able to take anything more than maybe 2 breaks on each route once you're an official driver. Once you get past like your probation period, once you're an official driver, it's highly unlikely that you're gonna probably even take 1 break. But anyways, we're gonna stay on track with the pros, okay? We got 2 more pros, and then we're gonna head on to the cons. The second and last pro is you meet cool people. You meet cool people, you see nice houses. For me, at least, I was delivering by the beach up in Laguna Hills area, San Juan Capistrano area. So I seen super nice houses. You meet super nice people, you know, when I'm delivering. A lot of people, they offer me water, snacks, super nice people. But yeah, so you see nice houses, you know, you get a nice tan, and you know, you meet cool people. So, and the last pro that I could think of is cool coworkers. So there's this thing, it's called rescuing, right? And a rescue is when you finish your route early, and guess what? You don't get to go home. You have to go save somebody else because they were either slow on their route, just had way too many packages that was not sustainable for one person, or they have a whole bunch of apartments and maybe it's the app's issue, the app's lagging, or maybe the GPS is lagging. So most of the time, instead of you getting able to go home early, you gotta go save somebody. But with that responsibility, make friends. You know, you start bonding, talk shit together about the job and things like that. And essentially everybody just kind of becomes, I wanna say friends, but like everybody becomes cool with each other. On the page of like everybody shit talks together, everybody, you know, has good days together where everybody essentially comes back to the warehouse at the same time and things like that. But overall, those are the pros that I thought of as far as working at Amazon as a DSP driver. So if you guys want to hear out the cons and you guys are still here, buckle up, get your seats ready, get your snacks, because it's gonna be a good movie. So the first con is obviously the weather, specifically the heat. I mean, the cold is not as bad, you know, if you're delivering. Obviously you're moving around consistently, so your body is gonna be warm. So over time, you know, you delivering in the cold, you're not really gonna feel it. But in the heat, there's no preventing the heat. Yeah, they try to tell you, you know, wear cooling clothes, things like that. But overall, you're gonna be hot, buddy. The van too, when the van is packed up with all those packages and you're in there, and sometimes some of the vans are super old and outdated, so the AC isn't blowing like how it should, things like that. And you're consistently hopping out. And the crazy part is they want you to like turn it off and turn on. I never done that, because I'm like, okay, I'm not about to keep turning it on, turn the AC on, no. But that's what they kind of want you to do. Me personally, I never did that. But just be aware that it is going to be hot if you're delivering in the summer. It's inevitable that you're going to sweat. I'm not a heavy sweater, and even I was sweating. So that should tell you guys something. I even ran track back in the day. I was a track and field captain in my high school days. And even then, with those gruesome workouts, rarely sweated. But in this job, oh, I was sweating, lifting and packages up. I don't know what it was, my back, my underarms, my forehead, everything was sweating. So you're gonna sweat. Be aware of the weather. If you hate the heat, this job's not for you. So second con is going to be the package amount. So the first 2 weeks kind of give you these baby routes, and essentially baby routes are anywhere between 80 to 120 stops. Okay, so between 80 to 120 stops. For the first 2-3 weeks, you're kind of breezing past, you know, you're doing the routes, you're finishing early. You might have to rescue maybe 1 or 2 of your crew members. But after that, guess what, buddy? Buckle up, because you're with us now. You're with the big boys. And I'm talking about you going from 80 to 120 packages to 150 minimum. 150 stops to 200 stops. Yeah. And if you were finishing the 80 to 120 in like 6-7 hours, guess what? The new stop amount, you're probably gonna take an extra 3-4 hours on top of that. So don't expect to get out at the time that they have you on the schedule for. Me personally, I was scheduled every day from 10 a.m. or 10:50 to 7:30. Once I got past the baby routes, I wasn't leaving until 9 p.m. at night, every single shift. So just be prepared for shitty routes after the first 3 weeks. They're just going to give you a whole bunch of packages. They're going to give you a whole bunch of stops. Hell, even the first day out of your baby routes, they are going to just tackle everything on you. They don't care if you're a girl. They don't care if you're a guy. They don't care if you have a disability. They don't care if you got injured. They're going to tackle it onto you, and they're going to expect you to deliver them on time. All right. So if this job still sounds like it's for you, keep listening, because I have more. The third one is that there's cameras in the van, right? So not only do you have to deal with the heat, the package amount, but you also have to make sure you have your seatbelt on every stop. You're stopping exactly right behind the stop sign, 2 feet exactly, because you will get dinged if you know how some people kind of going from the stop sign, look. No, you have to stop behind the stop sign so the camera sees that you're stopping at the stop sign. Like if you're on the freeway, you're just gradually going maybe 60 and you're like casually behind another truck, you know, like typical traffic, the camera will tell you to like, oh, you're too close, even though you're literally like at least a car behind that person. And so I don't know, it gets irritating sometimes. It also wants you to put your e-brake in park every single time at every single stop. If you guys don't know what the e-brake is, because I don't use my e-brake in my car, it's pretty much that extra brake that you put down in case of emergencies. Like if your brake stops working, it's an extra brake for you to use. So they want you to use that every stop. Pull it up, pull it down, pull it up, pull it down, pull it down. Each stop, that's gonna add up. I'm not doing that. And so essentially all they really want you to do is deliver the packages. They don't really care about anything else, but I'm letting you guys know now, you guys are being watched. On to the fourth con, which is gonna be dogs. I know I stated earlier, you know, the nice neighborhoods, you know, they have dogs and things like that. Oh, you get put in one of those nastier neighborhoods? Yeah, you're gonna deal with some dogs. And I'm talking about those little Chihuahua dogs that are constantly barking. You're gonna also deal with people who are not aware that they have dogs. They're just gonna leave their gates open. They're gonna leave their doors cracked. So when you pull up to drop a package off, Yeah, the dog's gonna sprint out and try to chase you. I was delivering up at an apartment complex. I go up the stairs and there was this little boy who came out the door, right? I don't know who's watching the little boy. Little boy probably like 3 or 4. Like he just started learning how to walk. You know, he's kind of walling out the door. And I heard like barks coming from a distance, but I heard it getting louder and louder and louder. And so I'm looking at the boy and I'm trying to hurry up and put the package down and scan it so I could get on. The dog comes rushing out and it's like this super little dog. And it's just like trying to bite my leg and my ankles, and I'm trying to kick it off, and the boy's just standing right there. There's nobody watching him, so I couldn't even get mad at the boy, but I just threw the package down and I went back in my van. Yeah. So you're gonna deal with dogs, guys. You're gonna deal with dogs. You're gonna also deal with bigger dogs. Moments where you're gonna be delivering, and you know those little petite white picket fence gates that you see that look like the dogs can easily hop over. Yeah, there was one time I was delivering to a house, and there was about 3 humongous dogs that came rushing out, and there was this old lady and she came waddling out. She was like, oh, they're fine. This fence is like super short. Like, bro, at any moment they could probably leap over and you wouldn't even know. But they were barking. So I eventually just threw it over what the lady was staring at me, and I just literally threw it over and took a picture and went back in my van. I don't care. You're not gonna put me in harm's way. Sorry, I'm not gonna get bit and lose my leg over a job. It's just not happening. So yeah, it's inevitable. You guys are gonna come across dogs. I know you guys seen the movies like, oh, you get bit as a mailman, this, it's very possible. Very, very possible. 5th con is extra deliveries. And what I mean by that, it's not by rescues, you know, you gotta go pick up more deliveries. I'm talking about the fact that they have this thing now on Amazon where you have to sit there and wait, and you have to connect to people's garages with the app for you to put the package inside the garage now. It's not normal to just drop off a package, take a picture, get back in your van. Oh no, now we gotta sit there, we gotta connect to the garage. Yeah, it's fancy now, it's so fancy. You gotta sit there, you gotta connect to the garage, you gotta wait for it to open, and the app takes so long to connect to the garage. You be standing there for 5, sometimes 10 minutes, just waiting for it to load. Then it goes up all slow, just for you to put one package in, put it in. Then you gotta wait for it to close. You can't just leave. You gotta wait for it to load again. Is the package in? You gotta click yes. Then it closes. Then you gotta wait for it to fully close to then say the package is in, the garage closed. Yeah, it's getting out of hand, guys. It's like, come on, just let me put the package right there. Let me take a picture of it. Why are you guys having me open up your garage? I don't know, but those type of deliveries get played out very quick because it takes time, especially when you're in a groove and you're kind of running from door to door and you're kind of getting in a groove and you're trying to finish, and then you get that one delivery where you just have to sit there, especially when it's hot and you're just outside, and you can't skip it. You can't skip it. You can't, you can't do nothing. You gotta just stay there. And so it's bad. So you guys are gonna come across deliveries that's like that. I'm not sure if there's other deliveries that other people might have done where you gotta go to certain houses and connect to certain other things, but for me, it was a garage. And so I'm not sure what Amazon is trying to implement here, but it's making our job harder, and I guess it's to make theirs easier, but not at the expense for how much they pay us, which I'm gonna get into next. The pay. The pay is trash. The pay is garbage. The pay is garbage. Jeff Bezos is one of the most richest men in the world, and he pays us crap. Not us. I'm not with you guys anymore, or whoever's watching this, or with Amazon. I'm no longer with you guys. But I used to be with you guys. They paid us crap. For us to do all of this, deliver, load up, drive, get out, take the packages, drop it off, deal with dogs, deal with the heat, save, rescue other people like we're fucking Batman or Superman or some shit. On a consistent basis, over and over and over and over and over again, to get paid less than 20 bucks is crazy. To get paid less than 25 bucks is crazy. I think every delivery driver should get paid a minimum of $25. Doesn't matter what state you're in. I live in California. I no longer work for under $20 anymore. I found another job that pays me a very reasonable price for what I'm doing for my duties. So I'm happy there. But when I used to work for Amazon, oh man, I mean, for the first 3 weeks, I was like, I guess, sorry. I'm finishing like in 6 hours, but then once you get past that, oh no, you realize like, oh, we're getting fucked over. Like they're like, Jeff Bezos is really like slaving us. Like, yeah, it's bad. The pay is terrible. And the crazy part is they'll try to buddy you up at the end. I'm not sure if anybody else's DSP does this, but I know mine's did. One time we were out, it was like a lot of us. Like everybody that came to work that day had at least 350 plus packages. It was bad. Like we were all out till 9, 10 o'clock. So anyways, we all came back around the same time and they had Little Caesar pizza for us. They said everybody could get 2 slices. And by the time everybody came back, it was like lukewarm. I guess they didn't think we were gonna be out that long. So they had bought it like at the time that they thought we were gonna get back, which most dispatches don't know shit about deliveries, because half of them that I've asked, have you done deliveries before? They say no, I just got hired here. And so they don't know what half the stuff we go through. But anyways, back onto the actual main point. Yeah, it was lukewarm Little Caesar's pizza. And they said, you guys have pizza. Thanks guys for all your work. And so they make you feel good about you slaving for 9 hours for Little Caesar's pizza. Isn't that amazing? Little Caesars, not Pizza Hut, not Domino's. Well, Domino's is shit anyways, but Little Caesars. Think about that. Not, hey, we're gonna give you an extra 50 cents to $1 raise, you know, for the next week and a half because it's Prime Week and we know you're out there working hard. So we're gonna compensate you for that time. No, just give him pizza. Just like we're in the 5th grade. You remember when you guys were in the 5th grade and you guys made the reading test log party and they gave you the little slice of pizza with the soda. I mean, at least back then it was like we're kids. I mean, but as a grown man, I've just slaved for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 hours. You're throwing pizza in my face saying take 2 to 3 slices. And that's supposed to just keep me ready to keep coming back. Like, oh man, I love this DSP. Y'all just gave me pizza. Wow. That pizza cost $5. I could take $5 and go give me a full box. Anyways, yeah, the pay is trash. If you get paid anything less than 20 at your DSP, I recommend quitting because it's not worth it. And if you think it's worth it, then kudos to you, man. You're one of a kind. But to anybody that wants more out of life, I recommend quitting if they're not compensating you for your time. All right. I know that was kind of a long one, but I just had to get it off my chest because I'm like, wow, they're really out here slaving people for like the cheapest cheap, and they want us to do so much. Anyways, on to the next one, the GPS system. Now, the GPS system is what we use to calculate our routes. It tells us where we're supposed to go, which route we're supposed to do first, second, third, fourth, etc. Yeah, that GPS system sucks. I'm not sure if it's just our DSP or if you guys encountered that, but literally I've had times where it tells you to go straight, you're going straight, and then when you get to the house, it completely swoops you around and it's like, no, go the other way. And the trucks are big, and some of these residential areas are very small. So you have to sit there and reverse and reverse and reverse and reverse all the way till you get turned right back around just to go to the actual delivery point. Or sometimes, hear this out, right? So you'll have a delivery, right, at point A, which is right here, okay? And then it'll tell you to go forward to deliver here, right? Point B. And then it'll say, oh, you have a delivery at point C, but point C is right next to point A. Why didn't they just have me deliver point A and point C together? I don't know. The GPS system sucks and it's always glitching. I don't know about you guys. Every time I would clock out of lunch, it would take like an extra 10 minutes just for the GPS to come back alive or come back up. But yeah, so not only are you having to worry about dogs to heat, people on your ass about stopping behind the stop sign, but you also now have to worry about the GPS being trashy. Oh, and when you tell your dispatch, they're gonna tell you, just restart your phone. That's what they're gonna tell you. Trust me. They don't know what to do in that situation. They don't know what to do. They don't know what's going on. Anyways, the next one is you're not gonna have enough space in the van. There's this thing, it's called overflow. Let me do a little edit. Overflow. Yeah. So essentially when you pull up to your job, right, or the warehouse to pick up your packages for your route, you're gonna have something called totes. Now totes is a box where all the small packages go into, okay? Then you're gonna have something called overflow. Overflow are the bigger packages that couldn't fit in the tote, right? So essentially your van is only the size of a van. I mean, everybody knows what a van looks like, right? It's not that big. I mean, if you ever moved or you ever helped somebody move, you know what like a U-Haul, a FedEx, a van like that. Imagine that just a little bit smaller, and imagine trying to fit 350 plus packages along with 25, 40 overflows. So this is the minivan, guys. So I have to stack all my totes. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. So I got 18 totes. I got a couple boxes, right? I got a little bit of leg room to get passed through, so it should be good. But wait, oh yeah, I forgot about all of these that I have to try to stuff and fit into here. This is what it's like working for Amazon DSP. It's some bullshit. So this is about 20 minutes later, in the heat, packing all these boxes. Had to put some on the totes because some of them couldn't fit. This is the last box, had no room, so I had to just put it right here. Hopefully it doesn't fall over when I'm driving. So you guys back, you quick backside view. Yep, this is what they want you guys to do. They want you to work all day while the managers sit up in the office and you can do it, you got this.
So after I tell dispatch about what's going on, I'm pretty much telling them that it's not enough space, and they're telling me it's about the way I organized it, saying the volume is standard for prime week and peak time. So organization is key. So you guys let me know down in the description, how am I supposed to organize all that in the van that I just showed you? But according to the people that's never delivered in their life, they think it's the way I organized it. So yeah, that's what they'll tell you. They'll tell you, oh, it's not us, it's the way you organized. It's not us, it's you. All right, okay, cool.
That's what they expect you to do. And they expect you to, after each stop, if there's an overflow package, they expect you to take all that out, find which one that's supposed to be delivered at that delivery spot, take it out, scan it, put it at the designated spot, and then put all the overflow back. Yeah, I've had somebody tell me that. Literally, I told them, I said, hey, there's not enough space for me to walk around. There's not enough space for me to see each package. They're like, oh, well, if you need to move packages around, that's fine. Just do your best. They love saying that. Just do your best, right? Do your best. They don't mean that, because when you try to do your best, they get on you for not trying hard enough at the end. They're always like, you know, you're not fast enough, guys. You're doing this, you know, you're doing that, and it's bad. But essentially, you guys will understand once you're in the job. Once you, like, if you're watching this, and you're not getting paid minimum $20, quit, leave. It's coming from your brother. I worked it. I've had the experience, and I'm telling you, they're all the same. It's not worth it. It's not. But if you think you could do it, by all means, man, get your money, man. Get your money. Anyways, the next con is rescues. I kind of tapped in a little bit earlier in the video, but rescues essentially when you finish your route early. Instead of being able to go home like they tell you to orientation, because I definitely asked that when I first got hired. I was like, hey, so if I finish a route early, like I could go home? They're like, yeah, if you finish early, you could go home. Yeah, they definitely try to sell you a dream. And then when you finish early, you get sugar coated by some girl. It's always the girl, right? It's always the girl that's like, it's like Amazon knows what they're doing. Like they make sure they have a girl to sit there and like plead almost. Like every time I would finish early, I would always call or I would text. I'd be like, hey, I'm done. And instead of them texting back, I would get a call back, and they would call me and be like, hey, it was always your girl. Hey, would you mind doing a quick rescue? It's gonna be just a couple, and they never tell you the package amount. Just gonna be a couple packages. I would really appreciate it. And it's like you feel bad, you know, saying no. And it's like you looking at the time, you're like, I'm like an hour early. I'm like, all right, sure, right? You feel good. You hang up the phone, and then you get the text. It's gonna be 40 packages, 22 stops, 23 stops. Yeah, have fun. And it's like, what the fuck? I thought you said there was only a little bit of packages. 22 stops, 40 something packages, and then you go to the van and it's some guy or some girl who's just over life, and they're like, bro, I don't care about this job, but you're stuck helping me, so oh well. And then you gotta take like 3-4 of their totes. It's amazing. Rescues are amazing. I love being a superhero for Amazon who doesn't care about us. I love it. Love it. So glad I don't work there no more. Next con is going to be delivering to apartments. Delivering to apartments is shit, guys. And I'm going to tell you why. Because when you're delivering to a house, the app tells you the address of that house, right? So you just get to, oh, that's the house right there? Okay, cool. Take the package, boom. Throw it outside the window. No, it's fine. Don't do that, guys. You see the address, you know exactly what packages are going to the address. You get back in your car, you go to the next one. Now with apartments, I don't know what it is in the nicer areas, but I've been to at least 4 to 5 complexes in the nice areas that aren't even tagged with addresses. Like I'll say 1B, 1C, 1D, and then you go up to the apartment house and you don't see 1C, 1D, like you don't see nothing. So you're kind of guessing, and then you're asking people, you're like, hey, do you know where 1C is? They're like, oh yeah, it's right here. And you're looking and you're trying to figure out like, where the hell does it say 1C at? And it doesn't say 1C nowhere. And so you're doing that on a consistent basis. You're constantly, so if you get stuck with apartments for a day with 300 plus packages, yeah, RIP to you. Yeah, I don't wish apartments on my worst enemy at all. The next con is that it's bad on your body. I said earlier in the pros that, hey, you get a good workout. For the first 3 weeks, you get a good workout. After that, your knees are gonna start killing you from jumping in and out of the van trying to complete the packages before you get yelled at by your dispatch. So you're gonna be literally leaping out, leaping in, leaping out, leaping in, leaping out, leaping in. Now I will say this, Amazon does provide you a free pair of shoes before you start your work. I think up to $125 voucher. You can go on like Zappos.com and you get you a free pair of shoes to go to work in or whatever. But that's it. And most people don't even use it because the shoes are ass. The shoes are crap. Those vans are small. They're very compact. So a lot of times, I'm pretty tall, I'm 6'2". So a lot of times when I try to get back in the van, you're like trying to rush to hurry up onto the next like stop. I would like jam my kneecap into the steering wheel because the steering wheel is so low to the seat. So you almost got to kind of like slither in just to like drive. That was just like 2 months. So it's super bad on your body. And honestly, it's not worth it. It's not worth it, guys. It's really not worth it. Last con is work-life balance. All right. Now, as a grown man, who gives a shit about work-life balance? Well, I'll tell you what I do. Fuck. I got a girlfriend. I got a life outside of work. I got family. You know what I'm saying? I have a YouTube channel. You know what I'm saying? I'm studying right now to become a EMT. I have an outside life. So when you're at Amazon from 10 a.m. and you don't get off till 11, 12, no, I'm being exaggerating, but some people might get off at midnight. I'm not sure. I've never gone up that late, but I've gotten off around 10:30. I think that was the latest. Start at 10, you get off at 10, I'm about a 35, 40 minute drive from home. So I get home at around 11, then you gotta do the same thing the next day, same thing the next day, same thing. It's like, bro, your only life truly is like from the time you wake up. And if you're a late bird, like if you start your day late and you wake up at, let's say 8, you probably have maybe an hour to do whatever you want, and then you got to go back to work and deal with the bullshit. It's not good on the mental. It's not good on the body. You know, you don't want to wake up and always go to your job and be like, oh man, I don't want to do this. It's bad on your mental, guys. Too many jobs out there for you to just settle for Amazon. Fuck Amazon. Eventually enough, if most of you guys start to quit, they'll figure out a way on why everybody's so quick. And that's another thing. The turnaround is crazy. Like, I literally got hired in, and like that same week I was getting hired, I seen like 4 people quit. Like the same people I went through training with, only like 2 people came out of training. And the second person ended up quitting 2 weeks later. And so I think I was the last person left out of the training. But overall, guys, I don't recommend Amazon to nobody. It seems good when you first start, but after that, after the first 2-3 weeks, it's really trash. So, I mean, if you need a quick check, or if you need, you know, I don't know, something just to get you active for, I don't know what, I wouldn't recommend Amazon for anything. I wouldn't recommend Amazon for a quick check. I wouldn't recommend Amazon for if you're down bad. I would rather work in fast food. And a lot of people are like, oh man, I would hate to work in fast food. I would definitely work in fast food before I work in Amazon again. 150%. I used to work at Dunkin' Donuts for 3 years, from 17 to 20. And it was one of the greatest times of my life. Now, yes, I wasn't really paying, you know, bills or things like that. And I was making my $18 an hour, you know, pretty much serving donuts, messing around with my friends. But other than that, it was a great job. Phenomenal job. I made a lot of memories. The only memories you make at Amazon is hitting your head, getting in and out of the van because the van ceiling is so low, running away from dogs, and literally just bonding over the fact that you also have 300 packages and we're totally fucked working here with your other coworkers.
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you.
We don't care.
I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Ask all the questions you want to ask down below. I'm going to try to answer them to the best of my ability. But yeah, as a former Amazon employee, I do not recommend this job. Once again, I know I've said it like 5-10 times, but you guys enjoyed that video. Hope you guys got a lot of insight. Shout out to all my guys that are still working Amazon. You deserve better. And shout out to all the people that quit. I'm glad that you realized you deserve better. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. And see y'all on the next one. Bye.